Hey, so what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the best class setups for Black Ops 2. Last week we looked at the run and gun playstyle with the MSMC, so this week we're looking at a more defensive playstyle with an assault rifle, and my weapon of choice this week was the M8A1. The gun is primarily a 4-burst gun, and does not look as ugly as the overpowered Type 95 from Modern Warfare 3. A little bit about the gun itself: its mag is 30 rounds and has a fire rate of 750 rounds per minute. But before we check out the class setup, let's have a quick look at gameplay taken from the multiplayer reveal trailer. So my weapon of choice was the M8A1 assault rifle. On this I used Fast Mag, the replacement for sleight of hand, and the Select Fire. Select Fire allows you to choose between fully automatic or the 4-burst default. The reason I chose this is so that with 4-burst you can have long range accuracy, and if you are in a close quarter combat situation you can then switch to fully automatic. One of the best things I loved about this gun is that it did not require a red dot sight. As you can see from the gameplay, it does have a pretty decent iron sight, so a red dot sight is not needed. My sidearm for this gun stayed the same as it was in my previous class setup with the Cap 40, the fully automatic pistol, with no attachment. So let's move on to perks. As you will see, I have 3 perks. However, I don't have a perk 3, I have 2 perk 1s and 1 perk 2. This is the main thing I love about the Black Ops 2 created class system. If you don't think there's a perk in perk slot 3 which takes your fancy and you don't really need, just use a wild card and you can have 2 perk slot 1s. So as you can see, I went for the new and improved Ghost. You don't get seen by the UAV if you are moving, except if you're planting the bomb. So this means that it will try and stop campers from sitting in a corner, not moving or lying down somewhere, and means that you have to move about in order to stay hidden. Secondly, I went for lightweight again, just to give me that upper hand of faster movement. For perk slot 2, I used toughness, which means less flinching when hit. So when I was using the 4-burst on this gun and it was from long distance, it meant that if I did happen to get hit I would not lose my accuracy. And as I said, I have no perk 3 as there was none which really would have been needed for this class setup. Again, I've gone for good old Semtex. I prefer that over grenades, primarily because it lands where you want it to. However, the only downside to it is if you're in a window or near a wall and you throw it and it happens to stick onto something near you, then that's a waste because you can't pick it back up and throw it again. Unlike last time, I did go for a tactical grenade this time, and I just went for the standard flashbang. One of the things I don't like about this is the fact that you only get 1. In order to get a second, you need to use the Tactician wildcard, which will take up 2 of your 10 slots. However, it's clear why they did this, because they don't want spamming of tactical grenades. As you may have seen previously, you get spammed by about 3 or 4 flashbangs while you're taking over a flag in domination, for example. So only having 1 means you have to use it more tactically. So that's it for the class setup, and now let's move on to score streaks. For these I just went for the standard UAV, the Hellstorm missile, and the AGR. And while I was using this class, I did actually manage to get the AGR, and if you haven't seen gameplay, then take a look at this. I must say, while I was using the AGR, I was going on a tear. This thing is amazing. If you remember the assault drone from Modern Warfare 3, this is on a completely different level. I must have got at least 10 kills using it. I was happily driving around the map just taking down enemy after enemy, and it does seem to take a rather lot of damage to destroy. To get one of these was 800 points, however we know that these could likely change before the game's final release. So that's been episode 2 of my best class setups for Black Ops 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gives you an insight of some potential classes you could give a try when Black Ops 2 is released November 13th. Also, looking back at some Black Ops 2 gameplay, this weapon is one of the default classes. I think it was called Mercenary, so you can use this gun straight off from one of the default classes. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and show your support, and if you haven't already, be sure to click that subscribe button above. That way you'll be notified when episode 3 comes out or any other videos that I upload. If you didn't see episode 1 of the best class setups, then there's an annotation on screen now. If you click on that, you can go check that out. And as well as that, there is the mini charge that I did make last week. So that's all for now, and hopefully I'll see you next time.